Alex, your senior season probably didn't go off the way you wanted it to. You didn't go off the way you wanted it to. But tell us about this weekend because a lot. Some people say you were disqualified and it was legit, but on the other side, you didn't really think it was that way.
No. Well, going into this season, my goal obviously was to place first, second, or third at regionals and to advance at state and get redemption for my 25th place at state because I felt that I could have done a lot better and the change of the course at the state meet was just crazy. So going into the season, I trained a lot harder, picked up my mileage, and increased the intensity of my workouts. And well, I felt everything was going great, and I felt really great going into this regional meet. And when I actually placed third, I was ecstatic and glad that I had finally achieved one of my goals since freshman year. And then, well, it ended up turning out about half an hour later or 45 minutes later after my race, it turned out that I had been disqualified due to impeding a runner or obstructing her, which was obviously something that I didn't know I did, or that I had intentionally elbowed somebody, but I didn't. I displayed good sportsmanship, and it's something that I would never do. And if it may have looked that way, I guess it did to them, but it's not what I did.
It was tough because it was a fellow Edinburgh ISD runner.
Yeah.
She, from all intents and purposes, she was trying to pass, and she went on a side that there wasn't much room, right?
Hmm. Well, we did have, it was a 3.1, so obviously if she wanted to pass, she had 3.1s of a mile to pass me, and she also had about a good wide 800 meters to pass at the end. But the decision she made, not saying that she's had much experience, but also being a freshman, you should know that you pass on the right, and also don't just try to cut somebody off.
Yeah.
Use the experience and the meets you've had to pass other runners at certain times, and not just to cut somebody off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't the end for you. I mean, you've got a lot of people that are interested in your skills, in your athletic ability. You've got Texas Tech. What are some of the other schools that have been looking at you?
Oklahoma, there's UTSA, there's other schools from out of state. There's numerous ones from in-state as well, but I'm just trying to focus on staying in-state because Texas is great and I wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
How bad did it hurt initially? Because we got the text that you got third place, and then we got the text that you were DQ'd.
Oh God, the news Saturday was just devastating. Knowing that all my 4 years of sacrifice, of waking up since 5 in the morning, all summer long, no break, not eating any bad meals, no Coke, no chips, no drinks, nothing that any teenage kid could understand. Trying to go to bed early, not avoiding, but not going out with friends, family telling me, hey, I have practice in the morning, or sorry, I can't eat this, or my parents had to hire a nutritionist, and just certain little things that had gotten me to that point, and to know that all of that was just thrown away and deprived from me because of an incident that I didn't even do, but just hurt me.
I have spoke to some coaches, and they said that elbowing and things of that sort happen a lot in cross country, especially at the start. But is this something you've been warned about before?
Oh, it's elbowing and punching and pulling of hair has actually happened to me a lot during my races, and over the past 4 years, it's happened numerous times. It's not something that I like to do to others, and it's not something that you'll ever see me doing, but I've had it happen to me multiple times, and it's something you see all the time in this sport. It may not seem like a vicious or crazy sport, but there's some girls that tend to get feisty out there.
So with track season coming around, how do your goals shift to that? I mean, how do you switch so really quickly? I mean, because you have to get ready for that, and that's a different kind of beast than cross country.
Oh yeah. Well, I have the 3200 and the 1600, or maybe the even 800 to prepare for. It adds more fuel to the fire, and it leaves a better time for me to get redemption. And I know that I'll go out there and leave my records behind and break some that I've been trying to break.